Well, today, the Minister of Electricity, Ramokgopa, continues the Mpumalanga leg of his power station roadshow. Yesterday, Ramokgopa said that the blackouts were a result of technical issues rather than the corruption that was cited by the former Eskom CEO, Andre Direte. Load shedding is back after a short reprieve in the past few days. Now, the country is continuing, though, to be subjected to stages 2 and 3 in rotation until further notice. Let's go live now to our reporter Heidi Giokos, who's been following the Eskom roadshow in Mpumalanga. This hour, she finds herself at the Tutuka power station. Good afternoon, Heidi. How is it going so far?
Yes, Bradan, it's been a very long morning with the Minister of Electricity being in meetings basically all morning, trying to engage with management to get a better understanding of what's really going on here. What's crucial is that the Minister has highlighted Tutuka Power Station as being the second most problematic power station that he has been to so far. He has indicated that there are massive procurement issues at this power station. My colleague Teddy is currently showing you that even though there are 6 units currently working here, 6 units at this power station, we only understand that the one is possibly working at its full capacity, whereas the others are either not working or they are working at a very, very low capacity, which is worrying because this is one of our biggest power stations. So the minister is saying they are trying to get to the bottom of this, and procurement remains a very big problem. Another issue that the minister has highlighted is the fact that the coal that is being used is not the best quality coal. And again, I asked the minister if this has anything to do with the coal syndicates that we understand to be operating in Mpumalanga, especially at these coal-fired power stations. And the minister says it's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the quality of coal that they are receiving from the coal mine, because we do know that there's a coal mine very nearby, or actually on the site of a power station. That's how these power stations work. And what we do know now is that the minister is engaging on a higher level because of these issues. Before we listen to what the minister had to say about this, I think what's alarming is the fact that we do know that it's either the station manager or one of the managers at this power station, Tutuka Power Station, has serious security around him and his family. And this is because we know that there have been major corruption issues linked to procurement at Tutuka Power Station. The minister says that is alarming. He says that basically the manager's life is under threat together with his family, and this is why he's had to have serious security to safeguard him. But it speaks to the major challenges that face this power station. Let's listen to what the minister had to say about escalating these issues at a high level.
So the management did not hold anything back, pulled no punches. They shared with me exactly what the issues are, and some of them requires escalation, because where I'm seated, I don't have neither the capacity nor the mandate to deal with some of those challenges. But they've conveyed to me, they've placed their faith in me. Of course, working with Minister Godane, has been in this space for some time, has documented some of these challenges and share and update some of those manifestations. And the message we are giving to management is that we are with them. We'll take every measure necessary to ensure, first, their protection, their safety, their health, so that we allow them the opportunity to bring to bear and exert their expertise and skills to ensure that they are at the forefront, cold face of resolving this problem. So these problems are known, they've been communicated further with a greater levels of granularity, and we'll take it up with the relevant authorities.
You know, Heidi, listening to Minister Ramokgopa there yesterday, and just in this bite we've just played, he comes across as very confident and like he means business. Is that the sentiment you are getting, that whatever he's dealing with, because this is the biggest crisis the country has faced in the last 30 years in terms of the energy supply and demand. What's the sentiment like? I mean, this confidence, I don't know where it's coming from.
Yes, I think it's got a lot to do with he understands the technical issues here at the power stations and at Eskom as a whole. And this is why the president decided to appoint a Minister of Electricity, because we need somebody to really understand the technical and operational issues. And every time you ask the minister about issues of corruption or issues of procurement, he almost doesn't want to engage or elaborate too much on that, because of the fact that he is here to understand technically what are the challenges. I mean, yesterday he spoke to eNCA about the magic number being 6,000 megawatts that he needs to unlock in order to really see the end of rolling blackouts. He speaks about timeframes, he speaks about technical and operational issues. And speaking of that, I'm going to ask my colleague Teddy to show you another massive challenge here at Tutuga Power Station. The minister, a short while ago, before he left to Camden Power Station, spoke about the massive cooling system challenge that is faced here. We do know that Eskom uses a very big amount of water for these cooling systems, and it seems as though one of the biggest challenges here at Tutuga Power Station is the cooling system. So he says he needs to urgently address that, because without sorting this out, you can't get a power station to fully operate and be functional. I don't want to be negative, Bradan, but when I asked the minister why he's no longer taking us on a tour inside Tutuga Power Station, he says he's in a rush to leave and get to Camden Power Station. And he's actually on his way in a helicopter right there. But, you know, we needed to see what's actually going on inside Tutuga Power Station, like we've been seeing in all the other power stations. And he said he cannot take us inside because of time constraints, which I think is rather unfortunate, given the serious allegations that we've been hearing coming out of Tutuga Power Station.
Yeah, now, as the minister is flying in that helicopter to Camden, after Camden, do we know what's next on his Eskom roadshow that he's been on for the last few days? Is Camden the last stop? Heidi, are you aware of his next moves?
Camden is not the last stop, Bradan. Tomorrow he'll be in the Free State. He'll be going to Letabo Power Station, and then he will be heading over to the Western Cape, where he will be going to Coburg, where there have also been some challenges there as well. And I think this is going to be crucial for the minister to really understand this. The minister has committed to giving us time frames before the winter season kicks in, as to exactly what the schedule for rolling blackouts will look like come winter time, because we do know that the grid might be constrained because of the demand. But it seems as though he will be continuing with his assessments and engaging, which is crucial, because he's been appointed and told that he needs to sort this electricity crisis out. It affects every aspect and every sphere of our lives and our society, our economy, absolutely everything. So he will continue with his tour, and he will be in the Free State tomorrow and Western Cape on Friday.
Yeah, hopefully he'll become a minister fix-it, because some of the problems have been identified by Eskom over the years. We know exactly what is wrong where, including problems of sabotage, alleged sabotage, corruption, and so on. Thank you very much, Heidi Giokos, at the Tutuga Power Station, where Minister Ramokgopa has just visited, and we saw his helicopter leaving just a short while ago on his way to his next stop in Mpumalanga, Camden Power Station. And tomorrow he'll be in the Free State.